Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you my quick, non-spoiler review of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 6, legacy numbering number 900. This costs $10, it's a big, almost like magazine-looking format. You can see we actually have a spine here and everything. I'll tell you guys a little bit about the plot without actually spoiling any minor details about this, but what I will say first off the bat, is that not much actually does happen in this issue. I mean, it is an eventful issue. One thing that I really liked about it was that we got like 70 pages just for this main story. It was all written by Zeb Wells, who's been writing this new Amazing Spider-Man run that's only 6 issues deep, and they already have a huge issue like this that costs $10. And the artwork in this is by Ed McGuinness. Ed McGuinness's artwork I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was really clean. He's always good with like kind of thick lines, but really clean artwork. I know that a popular opinion about this new Amazing Spider-Man run so far for those first 5 issues were that people weren't really liking John Romita Jr.'s artwork that much. I personally don't mind it that much, but for any of you guys who aren't as big of fans of his artwork, you'll appreciate the break, I guess, in this issue. We get 70 pages of the main story, which is really great. It's just a whole one-and-done, one-shot story. It's not really connected to anything else that's happened in the run so far, and unfortunately, we don't get any more information about Mary Jane in this issue. She's not actually in it at all, and you know, her new family and all that after that big revelation in the first issue of the series. We also don't really get any of the other ongoing plot points progressed, and it really is just a one-and-done story. So I'd go as far as to say that if you're new to Amazing Spider-Man, if you've never picked up an issue before, this actually works. It basically centers around Peter Parker. Obviously, it's his birthday, and all of his close friends and family are throwing a surprise party for him. After that, everything unravels, and we get introduced to this new character who's basically living inside of this robot from Spider-Man's past. I won't spoil exactly how that ends up working out. It ends up harkening back to like Amazing Spider-Man number 8 or something crazy like that. So Zeb Wells has clearly done his research. He's just having this kind of fun, one-and-done, kind of cheesy, I would say, almost issue with some fun artwork, and overall, I did enjoy it, but it was not what I was expecting. This new character, though, is like a mashup of every member of the Sinister Six. We get the reveal about who was able to build this new like robot machinery that can actually emulate the powers of all these different characters, and there's a lot more that goes into it, but by the end everything is wrapped up and it just kind of leads into the next issue. The final page does leave it on a pretty big cliffhanger that could end up being a big deal, or not so much of a big deal. We'll see how that ends up panning out. If you guys read the issue, you know what I'm talking about. The backup stories, though, I want to talk about them for a second. Luckily, there were only about 10 pages of backup stories. If any of you guys have read these other Amazing Spider-Man like legacy numbering big issues, like they made a big deal for 850 recently, I think also. Sometimes the story will be like 60 pages and then there's like 20 pages of just like pointless backup stories. This one you got more bang for your buck because you got the right amount of pages for what you're paying for, but most of it was actually the main story. The backup stories, there was like a Dan Slott, Marcos Martin one, there was a couple pages. There was one where Spider-Man met Jimmy Kimmel for some reason. It was kind of random, but all of them were actually enjoyable, and I'd actually recommend reading the backup stories also. Don't skip out on them because they were just fun Spider-Man stories. But overall, I would not say that this is a must-read issue at all. It's not what people might have been hoping for. It's not giving us any more information about Peter's current situation, why everyone is angry at him at all, but it is a pretty fun one-and-done story overall, just a big oversized issue, including you know, a lot of the members of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery, so some familiar faces that you'll probably like. Overall, I'm going to give this 6th issue, 900th issue of Amazing Spider-Man, a 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5, I'm not exactly sure. I didn't like this story all that much, but it was enjoyable the whole way through. Good writing, good artwork, I appreciate the humor, and then the backup stories are also pretty good. So those are my thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man issue number 6, aka legacy numbering 900. Let me know your thoughts on this issue and the new Amazing Spider-Man run in general down in the comments section below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you want to show a little bit more support to the channel, you can also hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.